daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markel. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markel.
All right, guys, welcome back to another Morning Mindset. I am your host, Paul Markel, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today, whenever it happens to be. I like to think that many of you sit and sip your morning coffee while you're listening to Morning Mindset. It's just about enough time to, I don't know how much coffee you drink in the morning, but if it's 1 cup, you probably could start the Morning Mindset, drink your cup of coffee, and about the time that you're done with your coffee, you're done with Morning Mindset, and you're ready to begin your day. Give them a lagniappe. How many of you listening to the sound of my voice right now know what a lagniappe is? I've been quite fortunate in my adult life that I've been able to live many different places in the United States of America. I lived on the West Coast, the East Coast, the North, and the South. And one of the things that I learned when I moved to the South, to Biloxi, Mississippi, which is very, very close to Louisiana and Cajun country, is I learned the term lagniappe. And lagniappe is actually spelled like lasagna. It's Lagniappe. And you're like, what in the freaking world is a lagniappe? Well, the way it was explained to me was it was a gift or a little something extra. And I applied this when I was teaching. One of the things that I've done throughout my life is I've been a coach, I've been an instructor, and I've been a professional platform teacher. And I've done that for the United States military and for law enforcement and so forth. But what I strove to do, and what I still strive to do, is when I'm teaching, whether or not it's from someone else's curriculum, like from the ubiquitous 3-ring binder or the PowerPoint presentation, or if I'm teaching from my own curriculum, one that I've created myself, I like to give the students something more that is in the 3-ring binder, something more than is in the PowerPoint presentation. Give them that little something extra, that lagniappe. And you may have heard of this. If you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur, you may have heard of the phrase, give them the pickle. And you're like, if you haven't heard of Give Them the Pickle, there's probably a book written right now called Give Them the Pickle or Give Them the Pickle. And what does that mean? Well, it means that you're giving them something for free. Obviously, Give Them the Pickle means an actual pickle. But the pickle isn't always a pickle. A pickle is sometimes just something that they weren't expecting, that the customer wasn't expecting. And you said, Paul, well, you were just talking about being an instructor. Those people aren't customers. Well, in a way they are. If you are an instructor, if you're a teacher, if you're a coach, the people who are taking in your words and viewing your actions, they might be students and they might be team members or something, but they're the customer. They're buying into what you're selling. So what is that little something extra? I don't know. You tell me. What are you doing in your life, in your business, in your personal life? Are you offering people that little something extra? If you are a biblical scholar, or even if you're not a biblical scholar, you may remember the admonition that Christ said to go the extra mile. If someone compels you to go a mile, go another. Going the extra mile, doing that little something extra. You may be thinking, how can I set myself apart? If you are in a position, whether you are young or old, whether you are just starting out your career or whether you're advanced in your career and you want to get a little farther, and you might be asking yourself, all right, I seem to have done everything. I've done everything that my boss has asked me to do. I do everything that they ask me to do constantly, but yet I'm still not getting promoted. I'm not getting a raise. I'm not getting anything else. Have you ever taken the time to do something extra? And you're like, well, they're not paying me to do extra things. If they wanted me to do more, they'd ask me to. Ha ha ha. Do you want to remain where you are, or do you want to advance? And if you are in a position to provide someone customer service, Do you give them that extra customer service? Sometimes it can be something really simple. For instance, I had to have a chip in my windshield fixed many years ago, and they came out. They fixed the chip in my windshield. They drove to my workplace, which was great. That was a little something extra. I didn't have to take the time to drive my car to the window shop. They actually came to my workplace, and while I was at work, they fixed the chip in my window. Okay, little something extra. Then when we were done, the guy had me sign the receipt. He gave it to me. We exchanged credit cards and all that. And he gave me a brand new pen that had one of those little touch screen tips on it that you can use for your phone as like a stylus or so forth. And he said, "Here you go. Have a nice day. Thank you for your patronage, and we appreciate it." And I was like, wow, that was actually pretty cool. They came here. They did it. They got the job done as fast as they said they were going to. And then he gave me this pen with a little stylus tip on it as a free gift. And I know it's just a little silly pen, but it was something extra. The whole give 'em the pickle actually came from deli owners who would sell a sandwich and chips, and then they would put the pickle wedge on there, and people weren't expecting that. And they're like, wow, I didn't even order or pay for a pickle wedge, but I got one anyway. How much did it cost the deli owner to put a pickle wedge on the plate? Not very much, right? But it was that little something extra that kept the customer happy. So you want to keep your customers happy. You want to advance. You want to keep your boss happy. Give them a lagniappe every once in a while. Remember that. Give them a little bit of something extra, and it may just work out very positively for you. All right, this episode is brought to you by Team Honey Badger, raising fearless kids in a cowardly world. It is available on Amazon as a paperback or a Kindle, and it's from the author Paul G. Markel. Yes, yours truly. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markel, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.